Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In this one, it's time for the awakening, as we're gonna awaken the windfish. Yes, this giant Yoshi-like egg is gonna hatch as we play all 8 instruments of the sirens. I mean, I guess 9 now, we're using the ocarina along with it. Quite the lengthy song if you ask me, but it was enjoyable to say the least. Sounds much better than it did in the original. Don't get me wrong, it sounded good in the original, but yeah, it was nice to hear this updated version. And well, yeah, just like that, a small part of it breaks. You know, when I originally played the game, I thought it was gonna completely hatch and that this was it, but no, there's one more thing ahead of us, guys. So the time has come, the windfish awaits. Enter the egg, hoot hoot. Alright, last time talking to the owl, and well, last time on Koholint Island, as this is the last thing we need to do, the windfish's egg. So, I gotta say, this looks so nice, the aesthetics of this dungeon. It's not really a dungeon. So all we need to do is, as I mentioned in the last video, is make our way a specific pathway that the game will tell you. You just have to make your way to the library and read the strange dark book that, you know, tells you of a certain pattern you must follow. So for me, it was a lot of ones that go right, I believe 5 times right, and I'm going to end off with heading up. You know, if you watched the previous episode, you would know exactly what I had to do, but, you know, each person has a different pattern. But with that solved, we have now made it around the egg, and we're going to jump into this pit. A lot of pits we got to jump into. But anyways,
we were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble.
Alright, so this is one of the more freaky enemies within the game. I really love the concept of this enemy. It's pretty much the nightmare altogether, and I love how it comes out of Link, kind of symbolizing how Link killed all of these nightmares, and now they're all here to give us one last hurrah as we face off against pretty much the evil itself that has been haunting the windfish. So first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need some magic powder, as this is kind of like a, you know, bunch of different mini boss phases and boss phases. It's a really cool concept. I'd say one of the you know, better ways to end the game when it comes to like a boss battle, because there's no like actual villain within the game. It's just all the nightmares, and being able to fight all of these as one creature is really cool if you ask me. So the next one is Agahim from Link's Link to the Past, I believe. Yeah, Link to the Past. This was like Ganon's henchman, kind of pretty much Ganon, as it would turn into a bat, which would turn into Ganon. So I guess another version of Ganon or something, or a spawn he created of evil of sorts. But overall, you fight the real version who kidnapped Zelda, and there's actually like a bunch of cool stuff in Link's Awakening, and seeing a reference to him in this game is so badass. Like, I love how they did this, and the model looks amazing if you ask me, but kind of like how you normally fight him, where he'd shoot magic at you, you just gotta shoot it back. Nothing too crazy, and now it's time for, well, this is a burnt burger. This is not a burger with lettuce, as yeah, we're fighting a Moldorm when, whoa, he goes real crazy towards the end. It's like he just kind of gave up, like, I'm just gonna go everywhere so you don't hit me. But let's see what's next. I do believe this is my favorite phase. Yes, it is actually Ganon, also from A Link to the Past. Such a cool reference. I just love how they did this, and the model looks so good in this version of the game, I have to say. But yes, so to take this on, he kind of throws his trident. This is very similar to how it was in the original battle, but you use arrows, like light arrows, and whatnot in this version of the game. You just have to use either a spin attack or your Pegasus boots. That's the only way you can hurt him with your sword, as somehow he manages to block everything else. So I do believe I just want to wait, and then hopefully I can just dash at him. He kind of leaves himself open, actually. There we go. We got a good amount of attacks, but with that done, I believe we have 1 or 2 more phases left. Okay, yeah, this phase here is kind of a annoying one. You just want to use a spin attack because you can't hurt him any other way. Also, like Pegasus boots or spin attack, so it has to be like a stronger strike of your sword. I like how they, pretty much recognize that those are much stronger attacks for Link, and that's why you have to use them on these bosses. But now, the final phase, I want to say this is like its main form, and that is you just pretty much play jump rope as you shoot arrows at its eye. A typical Zelda boss, shooting the eye, you want to make sure you use arrows. If you don't have arrows, the boomerang will work, but you want to make sure you have arrows in general, because it does much more damage, as this will take us a while. And you literally have to play jump rope with his arms that are rotating around. Kind of not that intimidating, if you ask me. I think this is a pretty easy phase as well. He just hurts, and it's kind of hard not to get hit at least once when doing this, but with a couple more strikes to the eye, we've done it. So
this island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world.
I don't care. Die. I feel good about it. I feel no shame doing this. I may have killed everybody on this island, including the good people, but whatever. So Link, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. This reminds me also of classic Zelda. You walk up to what would be the Triforce, but instead it's gonna be a giant fish. But whoa, I love how it looks in this version of the game. It looks like we're ascending to the heavens as we're in space now above the world. And on this platform, we wait. Oh, okay, the owl's here again. Really? I was hoping I wouldn't see you. So, young lad, I mean Link, the hero, you have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream. But one day, the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. He's kind of cute with his eyes closed, but I think it's it. Yeah, he's dead. This is pretty much the Windfish doing a Thanos snap, because he's killing everybody with this now that he's awake. So, I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I doused awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dream island will exist in the waking world. Someday, thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, Link. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening. Alright, and with that, it's time to end this, as we will awaken with the Windfish leaving the island. Because we're not getting Thanos snapped like he's gonna do everyone else. Like, watch, this actually reminds me of, like, the snap now. I can't help but think of the Avengers here, because just, like, everything fades to white. It's just, like, the Windfish is killing off everyone, and all these enemies, all these characters, Marin, the animals, everything will no longer exist after this. Terran, on his shrooms, it's over. You're dead. Or you were part of a dream that came to an end. It's kind of sad, but, like he said, everything has to come to an end. And watch as the entire island turns into nothing. With the snap of a Windfish's fin, I guess. And luckily we get to leave the island instead of disappear along with everything else. So, yeah, if you couldn't tell by how the art style looked, in the dream everything looked like a marshmallow. But outside of the dream, things will look a bit different. Kind of like how it looked in the intro of the game. And with that, the credits play. So that is the end of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I love how they remastered this cutscene by making an animation for it. It looks so badass. Makes me want a Zelda anime. As you can see, the only living things that were real were the Windfish and Link. Link entered his dream and helped save his nightmare, as I guess he was dreaming along with him, or was just in the dream, but was able to escape unlike everyone else. Now, if you beat the game without dying, which it's kind of funny because I died in the first episode and I just decided to roll with that file when I could have easily replayed it. So, yeah, if you did beat everything, at the end of these credits you would get a little bonus. It's like 10 seconds. And it's considered the secret ending, as it was in the original game, which if you got no game overs, you would get that ending. I honestly believe that Nintendo should have switched it, in my opinion. They should have made the secret ending getting all 50 secret seashells, as the game even like thanks you for really, you know, trying to search for all of them and everything, and that seems more rewarding than, oh, just not dying. As you may have noticed, I had no problem at dying after the first episode, as that was like my first time playing this style of gameplay in such a long time, as most of this Let's Play was blind. I didn't play it prior. I had to obviously check with Dompe's Shack and all of that nonsense, but in general, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. I was just playing off of my memory of the original game, and it was pretty fun to find the additional seashells and pieces of heart and all the cool stuff they added within this remake. I really do hope Nintendo continues with these remakes and gives us, you know, the Oracle games remade, Zelda 1, Zelda 2, any of those would do well with a fresh coat of paint similar to this one. Maybe not go for the diorama art style, as I feel like it's only special to this version of the game, as again this version of the game is meant to be a dream. Maybe make something a bit more realistic that fits that anime style scene or something beyond those lines. But yeah, for those wondering, I will show off the secret ending. I decided just to play through hero mode again and not die this time, so you guys can see how the game ends when you do get a game over, as I literally just have the one. And you can also see how the game ends without a game over, and the one ending they'll show at the very end, because I do believe where it does show the end is where they'll place the little secret. So this is it with the credits. Thanks Nintendo for remaking such a classic. And yeah, Grezzo. So I love Grezzo. They've done a lot of great things with Nintendo, especially when it comes to Zelda remakes. So hopefully Grezzo can work on another one. But that is the end. And yeah, as you can see, my file will just fade away, and that will be it. But I'll be sure to show you guys what happens when you don't get a game over. And okay, this is what happens. So as you can see, there's a little hero mode logo on the corner, because I decided to play on hero mode, and I can't cut that out. I don't know why they feel the need to place that, but as you can see, it doesn't fade. Yeah, it's just Marin cutely smiling as a seagull flies away, kind of signifying that Marin is the seagull.